In the past, it's been no secret that I have certainly been one to complain about the finals. Whenever there was something that was too overpowered, whenever there was something that was too underpowered, or just, you know, whenever there was kind of like a bad choice with a game mode or something like that, like with terminal attack for the duration of Season 3, I was always pretty open about just complaining about it. But, on the other hand, I feel like it's probably worth praising something that deserves praise, if that makes sense. And with that, I would just like to say that the final Season 4 is an absolute masterpiece, and it's simply the strongest season we've had so far. In the betas, in Season 1, and in Season 2, the ranked matchmaking system did not work properly. It just wasn't very good, ever. You would get paired from anywhere between bronze and diamond, even if you were in like gold. Sometimes you'd be a bronze player playing with a diamond player, sometimes you'd be a diamond player playing with a bronze player, and it just didn't feel very good. I don't know how this was in Season 3, because I didn't play Season 3 very much because I didn't like the terminal attack game mode. But in Season 4, the ranked matchmaking has finally been fixed. Like, yes, sometimes you'll be in, you know, gold and you might go against some bronze or unranked players, but the way that it works now is you can like visually see how many points you go up or down for losing. So if you're playing against someone that's way better than you, you're going to go up more points, and if you're playing someone that's worse than you, you're going to like lose more points. So it like shows you all of that information, which is absolutely fantastic, and it didn't display some of that before in Season 1 and Season 2 and in the betas, so that's absolutely fantastic. And in general, I find the matchmaking to be much more bearable than it ever used to be. It feels like it's in a pretty good spot right now. I think I'm in Gold 1 as of right now, and I've got there purely from solo queuing. And a lot of my games, which never really used to happen, a lot of my games have felt pretty good. I felt like I've gotten teammates that know what they're doing, and I feel like a gold player is like actually a player that's that's like worthy of being in gold, you know? Like in Season 1, in Season 2, you could just grind to diamond even if you weren't great, because it really was just like whoever played the most got the highest. That's literally all it was. And now in Season 4, it's like you have to be pretty good to get higher up, and I feel like the higher up you go, the better the players are going to be. And before, that really wasn't the case. It could be the case, but before it was really just whoever played the most got the highest, really. And now that's not the case at all. Now it feels like people are getting the ranks that they're worthy of, which is fantastic. So everything to do with ranked, everything to do with the ranked matchmaking system, and even the seeding, which I haven't got to experience yet. I haven't been seeded in a tournament yet, but that's definitely very, very, very cool idea. And the fact that you go up more points and you lose more points for winning or losing against different opponents of different levels and stuff like that. All of that is absolutely fantastic, and ranked is in a very, very good spot right now, and obviously we have the good game mode back, so that's all fantastic. On top of that, we also have 3 new weapons which are all viable. When the FAMAS released, when the 9.3R released, when the Dual Blades released, they all kind of sucked, and that is not the case anymore. Because, well, I mean, what I meant to say was, with the launch of this season, with the new weapons that came this season, that is not the case. So all of them are viable. The Deagles are good, the M26 Matter is good, and the DMR for the medium is also very good. So all the new weapons in the game, all 3 new weapons, are very, very viable, which is wonderful. And also, on top of that, we got a lot of viability for weapons that are maybe underused because of the sights and scopes. So the M11 is getting used a lot more, although this is probably because the XP54 also got nerfed with the launch of Season 4. But the M11 with a scope feels so much more accurate. The AKM with a scope feels so much more accurate. The FAMAS with the scope feels pretty good. It has a pretty nasty time to kill if you can hit the headshots and all of that kind of stuff. So scopes and sights just really helped a lot in just kind of balancing out the different weapons as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So we got 3 new weapons, and they were all very viable, which is very good. We got an overhaul to the rank system, which is fantastic, and it feels much, much better than it ever did in Season 1 or Season 2, or the betas. And on top of that, we also got sights and scopes, which just is a really, really nice kind of quality of life thing to have in the game as well. That just makes the gunplay feel so much better for the most part. Then we do have Fortune Stadium, and I know some of this is really just kind of copy and pasted from Seoul, but I really don't care that much, because Seoul is an excellent map. Seoul is a very, very, very good map. And the same goes for Fortune Stadium. I really like it. There's a lot of choke points. There's a lot of points where there's only like 1 or 2 entrances into an area instead of there being multiple, like kind of on all of the other maps. But I don't really mind that so much. I haven't really found that to be a problem when attacking. You can just charge and slam it. You can just blow it up. You know, that's the point of all of the destruction mechanics. So I haven't really found that to be a problem so far. And I just really like the map. I know there are points that are super duper similar to Seoul. I think, in fact, even when I kind of got the teaser images for the map, Fortune Stadium, a while ago, I think I said that I thought that this might be like an overhaul look of Seoul because it was so similar. I think I actually said that in the video I released about it. But that is not the case. It is Fortune Stadium, and it just looks very similar to Seoul, some parts of it, but it's still a very, very good map. I still like it a lot. And it's very colorful, which is nice as well. Like System Horizon is probably the most colorful map, and this is probably a very, very, very close second. It might even outdo it. I'm not sure, actually. But it's a very, very nice map, and the gameplay on it feels very good as well. So we got new weapons, we got sights and scopes, we got good ranked matchmaking, and a good map. So I know a lot of people have been complaining about not getting any new gadgets or any new specializations, but I don't really care because this is the first time I've ever played the ranked mode, like the ranked cash out mode, and it's actually like functional. The ranked right now feels very, very, very functional, and I know I'm talking about this a lot, but I cannot stress enough how much it sucked before. In Season 1 and Season 2, it sucked so much. You would genuinely play so many games as like a plat player trying to grind up to diamond, and you just get bronze or silver teammates that just did not know what they were doing. It really sucked. And now, you still get bad teammates every now and then, but a lot of the time you get teammates that at least have an idea of what they're doing, and frequently you do also get like just teammates that are very solid and just better than you too, which is very, very, very nice to see because that is not how it used to be at all. So that really is fantastic for sure. So I think there was like an engine update that came with Season 4 as well, which is causing some performance issues for some people. It should have like improved performance for some people, but I think it's also causing some performance issues for some people. And that is getting worked on, but you know, just showing that you're improving the game over adding new content is fantastic. You have to open like 6 launchers. I don't know how many it actually is, probably less than that, to open Warzone. Like to open the game, you have to launch like 2 different launchers or something crazy like that. At least that's how Warzone used to be. So they really aren't prioritizing performance at all. Also, their servers suck. And like the finals is over here. Just updating the engine. They're saying, you know what, we can leave the gadgets and specializations this season. We can do that next season. We have 3 new weapons already. There's your content. But we're going to focus a little bit on improving the game. We're going to focus a little bit on putting a ranked system in there that's functional. We're going to focus a little bit on making these weapons actually viable, so maybe we'll spend some more time testing out those. There's a lot of things that the final has done very, very right this season. So I don't really care that Fortune Stadium is a little bit copy and pasted Seoul because it's still a good map that still functions very well. I don't really care that there's no gadgets or specializations because the weapons are all pretty balanced, I would say. I think they're all pretty solid. And I'd rather have viable weapons than have weapons that are really bad like the Dual Blaze or the 9.3R, and then also some type of gadgets as well. It doesn't feel rushed, which is very good. And then also we did get some performance updates and probably some other stuff as well. Also some buffs to some things that were being underused, which is fantastic. Like the CL40. Now this was probably overdone a little bit. This is probably going to get nerfed in the upcoming patches. Also the nerf to the mesh shield was a little bit too much. So I'm sure the CL40 will get nerfed. I'm sure the mesh shield will get buffed again at some point. But it's nice to see that they're trying to balance the underutilized things as well. I think the MGL32 is also buffed, and they said they were going to be reworking it at some point. Which is nice to see as well. So I'm very, very, very happy with Season 4. I think it's very, 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 very good. I don't really have any complaints about it. Like, yeah, obviously it would have been nice to have like a new specialization and, you know, 3 new gadgets, but I don't really care so much. They're delivering on like everything they've added for Season 4. They have done very well, and that's much better than adding in weapons that nobody's going to use and gadgets that nobody's going to use, right? So I'm very, very happy with Season 4. And I know a lot of people aren't. And also in the past, I've been one to kind of criticize the finals a lot because I care about the game a lot. I generally I genuinely, rather, do think it's just the best FPS game right now. I think it's very innovative, for sure. It's really a fresh take on the FPS genre, so I would have criticized it a lot in the past because I wanted it to do well, and I wanted to be like, hey, here's the problems, you should probably fix this. But with Season 4, I don't really have anything to criticize. I think everything's going pretty well, and I think Season 4 was very, very, very good for the game, and I think the devs even commented somewhere themselves that they were seeing like increased player retention rates since the launch of Season 4 or something, which is fantastic. Also, shout out to Nexon for briefly ruining the game. Please don't ever interfere with the finals again. Don't do that, because Terminal Attack sucked and no one liked it, and just let Embark cook, because I think they're doing a fantastic job with Season 4 of the finals, and I think they're, you know, kind of like unlocking their full potential here. They're going Super Saiyan mode, and hopefully we keep seeing that with the next seasons. So there you go. That's really all I have to say. Just wanted to make like a positive video praising the final Season 4, because I think it deserves praise. A lot of things about it feel very, very, very good to me, and there's nothing that I really dislike a crazy amount about it, and if there is, I guess I'll probably leave it for a different video. But yeah, there you go, just a video of me rambling with some random gameplay in the background of a game that we probably win. But yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for this video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.